Welcome to Sacred Echoes of India. In this segment, we are going to talk about the rich and fascinating history of Goa. From its early days under various Indian kingdoms to over 400 years of Portuguese rule, we'll discuss Goa's journey to becoming an integral part of India and its vibrant cultural identity. Before the Portuguese arrived, Goa was known as Gomantak. It was part of several ancient Indian kingdoms, including the Mauryas, Satavahanas, and the Kadambas, before coming under Muslim rule in the 14th century. The Portuguese first arrived in Goa in 1510 under the leadership of Afonso de Albuquerque, who defeated the forces of the Sultan of Bijapur. This event marked the beginning of Portuguese rule in the region, which lasted for over 4 centuries. The famous Portuguese explorer Vasco da Gama is credited with discovering the sea route to India in 1498. His arrival in Calicut paved the way for the Portuguese to establish trading posts and later colonies in India, including Goa. Portuguese rule in Goa lasted for 451 years from 1510 to 1961. During this period, Goa became the hub of Portuguese India, playing a crucial role in trade and cultural exchange. The Basilica of Bom Jesus in Old Goa is one of the most significant landmarks in the state. Built in the 16th century, it is famous for housing the mortal remains of Saint Francis Xavier, a missionary who played a key role in spreading Christianity in the region. The basilica is also a UNESCO World Heritage Site, highlighting its historical and architectural importance. The Marathas were a powerful Indian empire that posed a threat to Portuguese rule in Goa during the 17th century. In 1683, the Marathas launched an unsuccessful siege on Goa, and their influence remained significant in the region, especially during the decline of Portuguese power in the 18th century. The end of Portuguese rule in Goa came in 1961, when Indian forces launched Operation Vijay to liberate the region from Portuguese control. This event marked the annexation of Goa into the Indian Union and the end of over 4 centuries of Portuguese colonialism. The Goan liberation movement gained momentum in the 20th century, particularly after India gained independence in 1947. Several political and social organizations, including the Goa Congress, led the struggle for the region's integration with India. Goa's strategic location along the western coast of India made it a prime center for maritime trade. During Portuguese rule, Goa became a vital hub for trade in spices, textiles, and other goods between Europe, Africa, and Asia, significantly contributing to the Portuguese Empire's wealth. Goa officially became a state of India on May 30, 1987. Prior to this, Goa was a union territory after its liberation from Portuguese rule in 1961. The move to statehood was part of India's broader integration of regions that were under colonial control. Under Portuguese rule, Goa saw the fusion of Indian and Portuguese cultures, particularly in religion, architecture, and cuisine. Catholicism became deeply ingrained, with many locals converting to Christianity. The influence of Portuguese architecture can still be seen in Goa's churches, forts, and old villas. The state also developed a unique cuisine blending Goan, Portuguese, and local traditions. The Portuguese also established a monopoly on the production of cashew nuts and port wine in the region. The architecture of Goa is a blend of European and Indian styles, largely due to Portuguese colonial influence. The churches, forts, and mansions constructed during this time are examples of Baroque and Renaissance styles. With ornate designs and lavish detailing, these structures remain an integral part of Goa's cultural identity. Dr. Francisco Luis Gomes was a Goan intellectual and political leader who played a key role in the social and political awakening of Goa in the 19th century. He advocated for reforms in education, social justice, and the abolition of caste-based discrimination in Goa, becoming a symbol of Goan nationalism. Goa's strategic location and Portuguese control often put it in direct conflict with the Mughal Empire and other Indian kingdoms, especially during the 17th century. Despite several attempts by the Mughals to capture Goa, the Portuguese maintained control over the region, and Goa became a focal point for European and Indian power struggles. The Goan Carnival, celebrated annually before Lent, is a blend of Catholic and Goan traditions. It marks a period of feasting, music, dancing, and parades, reflecting the state's vibrant cultural heritage. The carnival's origins are tied to Portuguese colonial practices, and it remains one of the most popular cultural events in Goa today. Goa's integration into the Indian Union led to social and cultural changes. As the state gradually adapted to Indian laws, governance, and political structures, the transition was not without challenges. But it ultimately paved the way for Goa's development as a unique state within India. The Portuguese Inquisition, which lasted from 1560 to 1812, sought to root out heresy and enforce Catholic orthodoxy. It had a significant impact on Goa's religious and cultural identity, as many local traditions and beliefs were suppressed, and conversions to Christianity were aggressively pursued. The Inquisition left a legacy of religious tension but also shaped Goa's Christian community and its unique cultural landscape. Goa's history is a blend of vibrant cultures, colonial struggles, and resilient movements that have shaped its identity today. From its ancient kingdoms to Portuguese colonization and eventual integration into India, Goa's story is one of transformation, adaptation, and unity amidst diversity. Its rich heritage continues to influence its culture, architecture, and way of life, making it one of India's most unique and beloved states. Thanks for joining us today. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more insightful videos. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.